Good evening, welcome back, ladies, gents and Pikachus. So, in follow-up to my last video where I tried unsuccessfully to sign up for YouTube Premium, I'm going to show you some clips of my conversation with support. I finally found the way to live chat with them, buried, nestled deep within a load of pointless web pages. And so my first question is, YouTube, why can you not take my money? Paolo. Okay, Paolo. His first question is, what is my name? And you might think, well, that's a stupid question. I've got an account, it's got a name on it, and I've got a payment method, and it's got my name on it. But there are certain types of accounts which you can have someone else pay for it effectively. So we'll let that one go. But what I'm really trying to get out of this conversation, because I don't think I'm going to get the reason for why they're not able to take my money. And the reason is because it's a provisional manual control that some idiot on the YouTube staff role has added against the policies of YouTube. Similar to what many of you will have already experienced when you put down comments and they get moderated, or you have videos disappear when there's nothing wrong with them. That's what happens when you get referred to the moderation team, and the spy within the moderation team who's working against YouTube and therefore against the users of YouTube, us, and puts these provisional manual limitations in place. Illegally, by the way. They're not, they're in contravention of YouTube's policy. So we start off with the standard, I'm very sorry you had a problem with YouTube Premium, we're going to try and find your thing, and as quickly as we can we're going to try and solve it. Thank you for that. Me too, I'm reluctant because, I didn't go into finer detail, I just said I'm reluctant. But the reason I'm reluctant is because YouTube is terribly badly behaved and seems to give no shits about its users. So that's where my nerves start to come in. So the first thing he wants to do is check my account, and that's absolutely fine. Good practice. You go away and you check my account, and I shall sit here and patiently wait with my cup of tea. But I can tell you, I've already checked everything about my account and my YouTube account and actually my whole computer previous to opening this chat window. So I'm going to be waiting, and I know the exact result I'm going to get is, we don't know. We have no idea why you're not able to buy YouTube. So the point really is to get referred to a higher manager, someone who's got a decision-making power and a little bit more on-hand knowledge, who can actually solve this. And if my suspicions are correct, we can root out the spy on the YouTube moderation team and hopefully get the little fucker fired. So all we can do now is wait. Usually they ask some stupid questions just to be present in the chat. Ask me something which I'm obviously going to go, yep, I've already done that. Are you breathing with your lungs? Yes, sir, I am. Oh, that's good, sir, just checking. That kind of thing, I shouldn't be too harsh, actually. He might not actually be a native English speaker. He may be using a translation service. Here we go. Just to confirm, were you encountering any error messages? Always makes me laugh. It's like, well, of course I saw an error message because that's how I knew it wasn't going to work. Otherwise, I would have seen the completion screen. So, just for the sake of decency and politeness, really, I'm going to go into a wee bit more detail. Everything seemed to work fine until it asked me to authorise through my bank, which I did. And my bank authorised the payment fully. And then I expected to be able to buy and log in as a premium user. But unfortunately, it did not work. It was at this point I realised I could resize the window and zoom in. So that is exactly what I did. It's funny, I've done his job, not at YouTube, but I've done the whole customer service first line support job, and I can tell you, every single thing he said is buying time. He hasn't given me any information, hasn't taken any from me that he didn't already have. It's just constant delay tactics. He actually doesn't understand what's going on here, and to be honest, neither do I. Like I said, I think it's an internal staff member that is purposefully, by design, screwing me. I'm not going to suggest it's because I'm Jewish and a Christian. That would just be too bloody easy and obvious. So let's see this through to the end. I'm going to give him a little bit more information. For your information, I've got loads of money and I am again able to pay for super chats and stuff. Like I paid one earlier today, so my payment works through this account only up until I try and buy premium. I detail further to Paolo how much effort I've gone to try and show goodwilling towards YouTube and forgive the bullcrap of the last 2 years, all the fascism and the I'm going to blame everything on the abusive users. I'm literally giving them the easiest way out here of any responsibility for previous actions and saying, let's start afresh. But I can't. I need to log in as premium to send this email to you. There's a good reason I'm giving him all this extra information. This last bit isn't just for the sake of decency and politeness. When I get referred to the higher-ups, they're going to want to read this conversation back. And being as they're probably in a rush / lazy, either or both, they're probably not going to read back from the beginning. They'll probably read the first 2 lines and the last 10 lines. So I'm putting as much in as I can in kind of bulletproof, shortened form so they can read it and have no excuses when I finally get to them. And ultimately it's because I want to buy premium. Okay, I'm showing you willing. I want to be a good customer. I want to give you a fair wage. And I want to be treated like a paying customer. So let's make that happen, Paolo. Or whoever you throw me at. I realise at this point I'm being rather dry, and I should probably introduce some humour into the conversation. Not so that the guy that's reading it back can be amused. He won't be at all interested in that. But I'm thinking Paolo is just a serf. It's not his fault or problem. He won't be solving it. So let's not ruin his day. Let's give him a little laugh. Is it because I am black? Let's see how long it takes him to answer that. It's a little bit of an edgy one, but I mean, it's good humoured, isn't it? So, is it because I'm black? Let's find out. Oh, I've thrown him a curveball. Oh no, here we are. Let's see what he has to say. It's taken him rather a long time to figure out what to say. It's a bit of a trap question, isn't it? That's why I said it. I'm absolutely good-natured. Even if you said it was, I still wouldn't be that bothered. No, it's definitely not because of that. Oh, great, because I'm actually white. See, we've set the conversation up. I know it's not his problem, but I know that he's trying to help me. I'm just being good-natured, so... I think that's something we all need to remember, especially Americans are great at this. When they've got a problem, especially when they have already paid, they expect immediate solves. But over here in England, we're a little bit more patient than that, so I'm going to give this guy a little bit more of a chance. Again, at this point, I think, they might actually read this back, so I need to add extra context into the fact that I'm joking, and then seal it off with a statement, a written statement that says, that was a joke. I'm actually good-natured, and past this point I'm going to be serious and professional. Again, I don't need to say that. It's all for the sake of decency, politeness, and setting up the atmosphere of the conversation. Although I have a problem, and I'm not happy about it, and I'm frustrated, I want them to know I'm not blaming them. I'm requesting their support and help. And the goal is so I can give them money, so they should actually be fairly malleable and fairly pliable towards my end. We're on the same team, effectively. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to say we should be on the same team here. I'm a creator, you're the platform, we're working together. And I appreciate your work, so I want to give you money for it. That's democracy, that's absolutely fine. Or the conspiratorial lot will be up in arms. Oh, how can you say this is just a democracy? YouTube's not a democracy. Rah, rah, rah. I know, it's not perfect, but a democracy is not perfect. Remember, a democracy, it reflects the people within the system of democracy. So we are not perfect. The system won't be perfect, and it needs to have imperfections, and it needs to deal with imperfections. So I think that's what we're going to do here. We're going to treat this as a regular human imperfection, not this guy's fault, but someone in the system caused it, and we're going to give them time to correct. But I've proven my prowess as a good customer now, so I'm going to ask them to give me something for wasting my time, but I'm going to ask for it politely, and hopefully they should give me some little thing. If they don't give me something, that's an indication that they're against me, and we're not on the same team, and in fact, that will probably put me off buying premium, and they will know that. So when I say, well, you've wasted my time, give me some free stuff to make up for it, I don't know, they chuck me a bone in some... I don't know what they're going to offer me, but they will offer me something, and that will prove to me, and anyone who's watching this, that in fact, YouTube have a good-natured attitude towards me, and they do want my money, and they do want to work with me on the same team and treat me like a good paying customer. And we have arrived, ladies, gents and Pikachus. Here we are. This is the only thing that this guy is able to do. He's checked my account. There's nothing wrong with it. He's found that the system encountered an error while trying to process my payment. See, it's buying time. I've already actually told him that was the error. He knows that. But he's just setting me up with a referral on his side of the system. And while he's typing it out, he's got to buy some time so I don't get bored. But I mean, I have reassured him 7 times that I'm going to be patient, so I'll keep doing that. In the meantime, can you start my free month anyway? Because you get a free month. So it's like, what's the loss of you just starting my free month and then you've got 30 days to figure out the problem for me? That would be the best way to deal with it. I don't think I should have to sit here and wait for you to get through billing. I've said I'm willing to pay. You've got my card details and you've pulled money off it before. So actually, if I was American, this would be the point I'd start getting narky. But I'm not American. I am English. We do things correctly. We know how to wait in a queue and we know how to be polite. We don't have a way to do that right now, since we need you to add a form of payment. Well, I've already told you. I've done super chats this morning. I paid someone 14 quid a matter of hours ago on that card through YouTube, through the exact same mechanism which you should be taking my money for premium. This all adds up to more evidence against this YouTube staff member who's, they've put something on the system to prevent me being able to sign up for premium, to make me look like a bad person. I've got a flag on my account. But we'll investigate that and we'll remove that and we'll root out this spy, if one so exists. I'm going to tell him now. See, I can pay all your individual creators as much money as I like, but when it comes to paying you, your hands can't personally hold my money. You can only use those hands to pass my money along the chain, which seems very odd. And I'm sure Paolo, being that he's a regular intelligent man, he's going to have absolutely spotted this and he won't want to say anything in case I'm recording this conversation, which I obviously am. So he's not stupid. This is a good staff member here. I'll remember Paolo. He might come in useful later. What's he going to give me? This doesn't solve my problem now. What can you offer me now for the inconvenience of all this, sitting here? I mean, it hasn't been very long. It's been, 15 minutes of me doing this? 10 minutes? Realistically, they should give me 10% of the value of the product. That would be the standard English thing to do. So what's the 10% of the product? So if it's 13 quid a month, 10% would be 3 quid. So they give me 3 quid or a free week. That would be satisfactory as a minimum freebie for the inconvenience of wasting 10 minutes. At this point, I'm starting to tire and I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to make it quick after this. It's clear I'm not going to get any more information from Paolo than I've already got, and he won't be able to solve my problem. So, yep, as soon as I find out if I'm going to get any freebies for the inconvenience of this video, I think that will be that, and we'll call it a day and crack on to the conclusionary paragraphs. This one is taking a rather long time, isn't it? See, I could have edited all these gaps out, but I feel like I need you to get the full experience of YouTube's customer service here. You need to see and feel live how long it's going to take these guys to answer you. And the reason is, I'm going to try and encourage everyone who's a creator to go for premium. Not forever, of course. We're trying as we buy, and it gives us a measure of power if we're paying users we wouldn't have as freeloaders. And how long do you suppose I will have to wait for billing to get back to me? Am I going to just sit here for the rest of the next 24 hours? This is not a very good experience, is it? I would definitely not recommend it to my friends, is what I'm going to say. And it's kind of a bit narky. There's no way of getting around not being narky when you say that. But it's a fair point to make. If they work off referrals like most good sales companies do, then they want me to be able to sell the product, based on my experience. And currently it's not been very good. So lucky for them, I'm making this live video. So if they chuck me a bone, you'll be able to see YouTube do have goodwill towards their freeloaders, especially the ones that want to come on board as paying customers. Yeah, let's... I forgot about this. I reminded him about the 14 quid super chat I did like a couple of hours ago. Obviously, this isn't for Paolo. This is for the guy I'm going to get referred to who's not going to read the whole conversation. So he's going to be able to scroll back 2 lines and then carry on my conversation with me tomorrow or whenever it is that they get back to me. There you go. So he's going to give me a free week when the billing starts. So instead of getting a free month, I'll get 5 weeks for free. And they'll update me within 24 hours. So let's be fair. 24 hours is not a long time to wait. We are nearly at 1 o'clock in the morning now, if my timing is correct. Yeah, we're at 1:45 in the morning. I'm in a different country. It took 10 minutes for me to get this and 10 minutes to resolve it. And it's going to be a 24-hour response time. So I've got to be fair to YouTube. At least they responded well. They gave me a good staff member. The staff member was polite. He did the maximum he could afford to do, or the maximum he was allowed to do. And he referred me on to someone bigger, gave me a free week, and it's a 24-hour wait. So I think that's it. So the conclusion is, so far, YouTube have actually played ball, been polite. They haven't wasted too much of my time. They did cause the problem by not allowing me to buy the bloody product, which is obviously a bigger problem for them than it is for me, because I don't need it. You know, I'm not seeing ads and I'm not seeing warnings. But all the same, contrary to my earlier beliefs, YouTube have performed adequately. So yeah, check back for later. I'll update you in 24 hours whether they let me buy their product or not. And if they do, we'll go on to the Normies Against Woke. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time.